Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'm going to talk about narcissistic triangulation. And I'm going also to share with you 4 types of triangulation techniques which a narcissist employs when they want to manipulate you. Triangulation is where a narcissist or a very manipulative person introduces the presence of another party to your relationship dynamic. And the thing is, they may triangulate you even after you've left the relationship, not only when you are in the relationship with them. And triangulation triggers your deep insecurities and anxieties, and it makes you feel jealous, which may make you not want to leave that relationship, or may even make you regret leaving the relationship with a narcissist. It's still a way in which a narcissist exerts control and dominance over your life. They can triangulate you with your coworkers, best friends, children, siblings, ex-partners, or just anyone who they know will draw your attention. They don't have any limit on who they can use in their game of manipulation and deceit. And it's such an insidious and hideous manipulation technique. Instead that you may not even be aware that you're in the middle of it, or that there's a battle between you and other third parties. The first example of triangulation technique is where a narcissist manufactures a perceived sense of competition between you and a third party. This is where they'll constantly express that someone else is better than you, or someone else wants to be with them, and this can either be done covertly or overtly. They do this so that you feel that you're not good enough, or your position is under threat in that relationship. They may make comments about your looks, attire, skill, or just any of your attributes, and jokingly, or sometimes even directly, compare it with those of someone close to you, like a coworker or a friend. And the thing is, when you're constantly fed with this narrative that someone else is better than you will always feel that the narcissist will abandon you for the other person. And you may try to change your appearance, to change your looks, so that you can outwit the competition. To make things even harder for you, the narcissist may even tell you that they are going out or they are hanging out with that third party, your competition now in quotes, which even makes you more jealous, and it even makes you feel that you're not worth it in that relationship. Even long after you've left the relationship, you may see the narcissist posting pictures with another person or another close friend of yours, just to trigger your jealousy and your deep insecurity. And you may even find yourself hating on the third party who's just being used by the narcissist as a means to an end. And the other party may not even be aware of what's happening, and you might find yourself just competing to win your partner's or your ex-partner's attention. And the instigator of this game now, the narcissist, will just be there watching as you tear each other apart, or as you even fight for them, or as you even call each other names. Yet the abusive party, or the one who's playing all this, is not even involved. This also happens in family dynamics, where a family scapegoat will always be the one facing the triangulation from an overly controlling and a narcissistic parent, where it mostly happens, like for instance, when a parent says, why can't you be like this and this, why can't you be like your younger brother or your bigger brother? So you feel that you find yourself trying to compete with your siblings just to win your parents' attention. That's also a form of triangulation. You might even be angered by the actions of your siblings because you feel that they are getting more attention from your parents. Yet all along, it's just that overly controlling parent who just pushes you, or who just strangulates you with one of your siblings. Also, it happens in workplace, where your boss may always be making comments about that good coworker who does everything, who likes being overworked and does not complain. And when you complain, the boss will tell you something like, why do you always complain? Why can't you be like this kind of worker? Or this kind of worker who just does and follows instructions without complaining, or just raising a point. That's still triangulation, making you look like you are the one who's ruining things, or you are the one who's causing the chaos, and you should instead be like that other person. So that's the first example of triangulation. The second example of triangulation is actually a very complicated one and very common. This is where like the narcissist or now the abusive person makes their current partner worry about their new girlfriend, and they also make their new girlfriend or boyfriend worry about their current partner. So this is how it goes. They manufacture a love triangle between who they are about to leave and who they are about to date. In fact, the best way to spot this is when someone you are dating tells you that they will leave them for you, or they're about to leave them for you. They're about to leave them. So let's just have this relationship, and once I leave them, I'll be with you fully. That mostly happens in life. So you are left there hoping and waiting while you supply the narcissist with their needs. So they use you for sex or a place to run to when they want to avoid conflict or accountability with their current relationship, current in quotes, or their current marriage. I know you are familiar with this because that person will keep promising you that they are on the verge of leaving their marriage or they are finalizing the divorce process in their marriage. They will use you as a shoulder to cry on and even explain to you that their wife or husband is stressing them and they can't wait to leave so that they can be with you. And in some cases, they may just tell you that they are staying in that marriage for the sake of the kids, and if they had an option, they would leave them for you. This makes you feel sympathetic of what they are going through or of what they are being put through by their manipulative spouses. Yet all along, they are the ones who are manipulative and cheating. And you know how persuasive they are. In most cases, you as the partner even know that the narcissist or your abusive husband or wife has a side guy or a side chick, but you can't do anything about it because you are traumatized, you are trauma bonded, and you're just so confused in all these things, and you're just deeply enmeshed in that toxic relationship. To make this even more complicated, after some time with their side person, they leave that new catch and now come back to you, your partner, complaining that they are being mistreated by now the new catch. You see how it happens? So they go there, they complain that my wife or husband is mistreating me, and then after some time, when they are bored, they come back to you and now like, oh, my new catch is mistreating me and everything. And of course, because you are trauma bonded and because you've been deeply traumatized in this relationship, you will welcome them with open arms and vows to be with them and never leave their side. So the cycle is like, so the triangle is like cycling between their new relationship and their old relationship, while all along they are just supplying their needs. So the triangle is like the guilty party, the narcissist now, is cycling between their new relationship and their old relationship, which leaves two parties in limbo, not knowing that they are all just part of a very well calculated move to supply the needs of the guilty party. So the new catch wishes that the narcissist could just make up their mind and leave their abusive spouse so that they can have a healthy relationship. And on the other hand, the spouse wishes that the narcissist would process or heal what they are going through and stop cheating so that they can focus and rebuild that relationship. Yes, I've interacted with many people who are in this scope who are telling me that, hey, my husband has a side chick, but he has a side chick because he's stressed, and I'm also allowing that to happen as long as he provides for the family, and I'm also waiting for his stress to heal so that we can rebuild the relationship. Yet all along, you are just being played. That's what also being fed to that side chick. So that's a very, very dangerous one, and I'll explain how you can handle it at the end of this video. The third form of triangulation is where the narcissist has inappropriate relationships. These inappropriate relationships are relationships that can threaten their relationship with you. This could be a weird closeness with a friend of the sex which compete with you romantically. This is the person they run to when they are going through like a tough time. For example, when they're grieving or have work stress. So instead of coming to you, their partner, they first run to that close friend. So they seek solace and comfort more in another person. And when you ask them about it, they may give you a vague explanation like, there's something about her or about him that you can't explain. We just have this connection, and we've been having this connection all along. They may also label you, the partner and or the spouse, as paranoid, or you are jealous of their friendship and you want to ruin their friendship. So you feel like an outsider in your own relationship. And the narcissist may even be having weird and provoking conversations with the other party that you start becoming suspicious of what they're up to. It's all about making you feel insecure and doubt your position in that relationship. So you will start thinking that there's something the other party does with the narcissist which you are not doing, which further leaves a dent in your self-esteem, or which further makes you try to win the attention of the narcissist. So that's how the game is played. The last form of triangulation is where the narcissist quotes or references a third party that agrees with their negative sentiments towards you. This third party can either be imagined or real. For example, they may say something like, one of your friends has confirmed to me that you are acting crazy and you are not even yourself these days. So, because you trust what your friends say, and you know that your friends or your family cannot say something just out of the blue, you start doubting yourself or even believing what the narcissist says about you. So you now want to know the full details of what those friends say, but the narcissist may keep telling you that you have to keep it as a secret between the two of you, because they confided in that person not to tell you what they are telling you. So you cannot prove those allegations and those sentiments from the narcissist which your friend said about you. So you may even start losing trust in some of your friends because you feel that your friends or your family are betraying you, or they're saying negative things behind your back. And you can never even know if they are true, because the only source of that information is the narcissist. So it's just playing with you and adding other parties just to reinforce the negative sentiments or the negative beliefs you have about yourself. That's how you've been triangulated. You start doubting yourself and feeling insecure because of just false allegations. So how do you deal with triangulation? So the best way to look at triangulation is not from what's happening, but from your own eyes and how you feel deep inside when a manipulative person triangulates you. When you look deep within yourself, you'll realize that the narcissist is just playing with your deep fears, like fear of abandonment, insecurity, or feeling unworthy of love. That's why you need to do the inner work and really build yourself to be that kind of person who deeply embodies and understands that he or she is not an option to someone, and they deserve better than being a second fiddle or being in a manipulative relationship. Because imagine fighting for a manipulative person. Do you see? That in itself means there is something you deeply believe about yourself. As for the new catch, or if you are in this space where someone who's in a relationship or is in a committed relationship is telling you, hey, let's have a relationship now because I'm about to leave them, or I'm really stressed in my current relationship and you're the only one who can really provide me with a shoulder to cry on. And then now you find yourself in this situationship or a thing which will be a relationship once I finalize doing this in my marriage. It's better to not listen to that person and really disengage early on, because if you invest in the relationship, a few months down the line, you'll also be the ex and another one will be groomed the same way you are being groomed in the present moment. Do not be in a relationship with someone who has two relationships, you and the relationship they are about to leave. Do not force a relationship with someone who's not yet fully moved on from their current relationship, or someone who's just finalizing their divorce process. You better tell that person, hey, finalize everything, heal yourself, and then now we can talk. Also for you, if you are really accepting to be that kind of a second fiddle, it's good to really go deep inside yourself and look at why do you want to be a second fiddle. Why do you feel that you have to be the second one or just an option to another person? And triangulation is one of their favorite weapons, but as always, you can empower yourself by just aligning with your true self or what you deeply embody about yourself. And once you align yourself with that, your authentic self, you'll be able to uphold healthy boundaries in all your relationships. One last thing is always remember that it becomes easy to recognize abuse and all those kinds of manipulative techniques once you start working on yourself, because you will not be operating your life from a blurred lens or with a distorted perspective on what relationships or love or marriage is supposed to look like. So when you heal, you have a deep sense of clarity and you can see what's unfolding in front of you or even what will unfold in the future if you keep playing with that fire, or if you keep playing with that abusive person, or if you keep playing with that situationship, or if you keep having those one night stands. That's how it is actually. You'll be seeing, you'll be more present, and when you are present, you see. But when your mind is operating from the tainted lens of the past or due to past experiences, you will not be able to see clearly. Hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, feel free to share, subscribe, and comment. See ya.